Hey everybody, welcome back. This is BA405 Economics. Looking at the roster, all of you have been in classes with me before, so we kind of know I do these videos every week. Some short, some a little longer, depending on what we need to review. Um, One of the things I've noticed, like here's your course room. Over the last, we've been using this new Canvas system for about a year now. One thing I do notice almost every course is, even though we have um, repeat students, in the same class, but some seem to forget where to get your textbook from, because we no longer go to the Source website. We do it through the course room here. You do it in the modules, where you say click here to open your book, or you can do it like out of the main room here. I'll put the link in here also. So when you click on there, it takes you to the next screen. Then you click on here one time, and it takes you to the book. And so this is where you get to your book. And so this is a regular textbook. I know there's a couple of classes we've had some issues with the edited books, but this is the regular version here. Also, while we're in here, your homeworks each week is it's questions for review. So uh, this is my shortcut. You just type in on the search bar there for, questions for review right there, and you search, and then you'll see it'll pull up the different chapters. And so if you click on there, click on that part right there, and there you go. So you got your questions for review. So, and that's a quick way to get there when you're in your text. So all right, so back into modules real quick. We got our to-do list, weekly presentation. So for this first week here, we got chapters 1, 2, and 3. Now, one of the things I'll say about, I know I say it, you've been with me a lot, so I tell you every course is difficult or might be harder, but, economics, unless you love economics, economics can be pretty difficult. The thing good about this course is it is a good textbook and very good slides. As you know, I always harp on, checking the slides out, because we've got lots of good info in here. Cover everything you want to know is in here. The terms, terminology, how it all works and interacts. So lots of everything you need to know. The only thing I can't provide you is the time. You've heard me talk about time. You have to be able to spend 5-10 hours a week studying and learning this. Otherwise, you don't know it. And that's with every course. But I mean, some you might be able to get away with a little less than others, depending on what it is and where your personal strengths are. But just always emphasize, you got to spend the time. And if you're trying to get everything done on a Sunday evening in 2 hours, you might muddle through it, but you're probably not learning it. So part of this is learning it, so you know how everything interacts. So anyway, so first 3 chapters is, the first one covers just basic principles. Second one, thinking like an economist. I know you've been in some of my other classes, and I tell you things like businesses think in percentages instead of dollars. Economy, again, percentages up and down type things. So you got lots of different concepts in here, like in chapter 2, on how the economy works and how we need to be able to think like economists, so you understand how everything operates. And then on this third chapter, covers a lot about trade, basically interdependence and gains from trade. And again, a lot of people different opinions on trade. Sometimes I hear things about Buy American, or things like that. And yeah, we need to do things like that, but also the trade thing. Go through here, see how it works, see how trade is good, because if you don't trade, the economy will go down. So there's a lot of good information in chapter 3 too. Chapter 3 about how the economy works and without trade. Like Japan here is a good example. I'm a little bit older, so like I remember when Toyotas started being sold in the U.S. and there was a lot of opposition to it. But honestly, the Toyotas were better cars. whereas the U.S. cars at the time were not good cars. So there was lots of there was opposition, but at the same time, it created more trade. It created competition. If you don't have competition, most economists will tell you things don't get better. Things don't improve because there's no need to improve it because there's nobody competing against you to make you improve. So, that's just some of the little things about how trade works or interacts. But anyway, so yeah, we got those first few chapters. Discussion. Get this discussion here on new airport. Previous class has always been interesting on the views on better the taxes or some other option there. So we'll see how we go on that. And then on the homeworks, like I mentioned, we got the you got 3 chapters, so you got questions for review. So make sure that's what you're looking at, and you do the appropriate ones. So you usually have 10 questions each week, and so we'll go with that. And then we have also have a project at the end of the week 4. So the instructions are in here. So you need to address these questions, and then also you make a chart, make a graph, supply and demand graph. So what we want to do here is whatchamacallit. If you don't know how to do Excel graphs, I can help you out. There's also you go into YouTube and you'll type in something like how to make supply and demand graphs in Excel, and you'll have all these different types. So I'm not going to pick out one because but they're all relatively short. 6 minutes, 2 minutes, different things. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll see where everybody's at, and maybe I can do 1, 2 that kind of help you through it. But anyway, so that's there for you if you need it. And so I think, yeah, so that's pretty, and then you got your quiz every week. So pretty much the same. So I'll cut this one here, and then next week we'll see where everybody's at, how you're doing. But like I said, I harp on spending time. If you're following, I understand the time thing, but you have to, those of you who've heard it before, you have to treat school not as something extra, but it's just part of what you do every day. We got these things, whether you be a coffee drinker or whatever, thing that you do every day because that's what you do. Just like your job, you do it, or your kids, or whatever the thing is. School needs to be, you need to have that attitude about school where it's just part of what you do every day, not once a week. And if you're able to develop that habit, it is hard. I went through that several years back, and I had to, readjust things where every day I spend time on school, and still do. So, so there's that. And I think what I'll do for week 1 here, and as always, you can get in touch with me. You can do the email, the Canvas system here, the inbox system, call or text. I do have the office hours there, and those are there. But like I say, I'm pretty much available every day. So if you need something, let me know, and I'll get back with you pretty quick. So with that, we'll call it a video, and of course, I always have my little test question. So this week's is just let me know when you reply in the discussion what this was, and we'll go from there. So everybody have a great week. Welcome back, and I'll be talking to you down the road here. Take care. Bye.